Yeah,
The
you
demo.
get a discount. If you're on video, you get a
Discount.
discount.
Yeah.
If you buy, here we go.
Form, all that stuff. We have what we call an exclusive super bar top finish. No water spots, no water rings, heat and alcohol. And then this is fingernail polish. The fingernail polish remover, two of the worst things you can do to a table, right? You ever
She
done that
doesn't believe it.
before?
Let her smell it.
Well, but you know better, right? Feel, feel where I did that right there. It's not soft or gummy or anything. So, you know, it gives you a beautiful solid table. It's something you can use every day.
What is it?
It's basically a 10% alcohol-based finish. It's just the neatest thing. Like I said, no water spots, no water. You can't beat it. Have you guys heard of the polyurethanes and stuff like that? Completely different. It's a lot stronger than the polyurethanes. It lasts a lot longer. That's what it is.
Right here.
We did it in what we call a golden oak finish. We also, brand new for us, is the natural. We also do the darker finishes. That's oak.
Not what seems like.
Now you'll never, if you say one piece, if you ever see a tin that looks like one piece, like, you know, the grain filling like this,
Yeah.
you know what that is?
Veneer.
Veneer is part of it.
And what's it? Just
Solid
veneer?
oak.
No, oh, this is not a veneer, but that's
No. These are completely solid oak, no parts. Do you know? Yes. Do you know how to tell the difference between solid oak and veneer?
No.
Let me show you something you'll take with you the rest of your life.
That I do it.
Okay.
That I do it.
This, okay, a lot of times, you know, it's like buying a pigment coat. Is this solid oak? They go, oh yeah, this is solid oak, no problem. Or they'll do this, this is my favorite. You know, it's got grain on the bottom, you know? Well, they've been near the bottom, so, you know, why wouldn't you? Basically, this is how you test. You have a grain that's going like this, and this is kind of this way, right? Look at the edge. Completely different. Okay? You can't tell, I'm sure
I think
some
that looks
people
like
say, you know,
it would be a little
yeah,
more
look in here, you'll see a seam or something. Look in there, see if you can see a seam where that's still good. You can't. They do it. This is a good veneer job, but they're still trying to hide the fact that it's not
I
completely
noticed some
solid
of
oak.
them have different edges.
Now, how do you tell solid oak, right? That's the next one.
The edge that we have, the edge that
Okay.
we have now is.
See how I got tight grain here? I come down, the grain comes all the way. See how I have loose grain here? And I come down and I got loose grain here.
Really man.
Yeah.
Some of the older tables have what they call the water.
See, I've got a lightwood piece coming across here.
One's definitely.
A veneer.
No, no. This is completely
That's
solid
all
oak.
over the table.
Yeah. Interesting.
They're neat tables.
Well, can you get them to, well, I guess you can.
Get 'em to what?
That's a veneer.
To get like that even type of grain, you have to do a veneer, you have to do formica or printed or,
You get that kind of grain.
yeah, that's just,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. You see how the grain over here, when we've got this taped over.
But the veneer is done, they're
It's,
peeled off
they
around.
peel it off around like you would an apple or something.
Yeah.
So, and actually you can kind of tell if this wasn't here, well, you kind of see here, this grain here repeats over here, it'll repeat. If it's a really beautiful grain, it's just smooth and even.
New Antiques or Mullins.
I've showed people this and they've gone home and, you know, just known that they've had solid oak for years.
And they come back and they.
Oh, yeah. The insides of our table. See the racket penny guide. When was the last time you saw it? Go all the way out. Leveling clips all the way across instead of those wooden dowels, you know, that break off and stuff. The trunk latches, so it locks up good and tight. Completely sold out.
Usually that's what I go over my table. Oh, no, I was talking. I was talking about
Yeah, you gotta get the in-laws and outlaws in
Yeah,
these
I
things.
Okay, so we got this veneer thing, right, because
Now this here,
that's solid.
this is solid oak.
Okay, now
Oh,
wait,
that
I didn't
kind
get
of-
to my brain,
No.
Oh, yeah, it would be too
Well,
expensive.
right, see how we come across here, coming along?
That's what, when I said finish, yeah, right.
You're looking at this,
The ends.
yeah, cross-section at the end.
Now here's
They
the
do
fun
do
chair. You know those $3.99, $49.99 massive dining sets you see in the paper? These chairs,
Is there any difference in
you get what you pay for.
quality as far as this
I'm not gonna be able to open up the chair.
This one, it's not so hard.
Not
You
really.
you can see
They
this
make up
line
for it
across here?
In
Okay.
the
And also,
arm and the double gluing, the larger dowels and all that, they make up for it that way.
that's not right.
Okay. Because they take it, it's a wraparound. They come around like this.
Yeah. This one here also, while being a veneer table
You
too,
have to pull
is
six
see
out.
these things here, these posts and the legs. See the grain on that? See on the oak here?
If you're hard to race or something, I don't think you'd be able to.
Look, this is a new metal. It's called rubber wood is what it is. It's Chinese oak or something like that.
Is the,
You know, the grain.
before you get solid top, symmetrically designed?
Seems like it would fit our use.
Yeah.
Pam sitting down, about to say this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Peter didn't hurt that.
It's close to, it's as close to kid-proof as you can get.
Well, thanks.
When did I bring one out to you?
A good demonstration.
When did I bring a table like this?
Did we get on tape?
Yeah.
No, I'm.
So take one out, I'll give you your video discount and we'll bring it in.
My video discount. How much discount?
Depends on how much you bring.
Not one day. I've been in here before. I'm gonna resist.
Oh, that's not American.
No.
How you doing today?
Great.
Good. What brings you by today?
Look at our table.
Well, great. Let me tell you a little bit about our tables. First of all of our tables are completely solid oak. Okay, there's no particle board or veneer hidden anywhere in there on you. The really neat thing about our tables is the exclusive super bar top finish. No water spots, no water rings, heat and alcohol won't hurt it, which what it really means is it gives you a beautiful table, but something you can use every day. This is fingernail polish remover actually, and this is fingernail polish on there. Have you ever spilt that on the table or anything? But you know better, right? Check this out. Takes it right up there, doesn't hurt it or anything, doesn't feel gummy or sticky or anything like that. So it gives you, it's about kid-proof. It's as close to like a Formica top, but you get the beauty and quality of solid oak. Okay? Now on the inside of the tables, we do a rack and pinion guide. So it opens and closes really easy. You don't have to get the in-laws and outlaws on each end. Leveling clips and trunk latches all the way across. And the leveling clips take the place of the old wood dowels, you know, that used to break off and stuff. Those are on the leaf also. So the leaf's going to lock in good and tight and come in nice and level. Now all the tables are sealed underneath, so you won't get any cracking or splitting. That's real important with your solid oak. The legs, like I said, all solid oak. Now on the legs, you can either do what we call an empire leg or a ball and claw leg. By the way, do you have a choice there at all? No? We do, whichever one you do, they have a leveling adjuster on the bottom. So if you have a dip in your floor or something, you can go ahead and level it out really easy. This table here is a 48-inch with a 24-inch leaf. That's the leaf size there. It's about that size there when you put the leaf in. You think that's going to be a good size for you at all? Super. What we've got set up over here is how to tell solid oaks from veneers. Do you know how to tell a solid oak from veneer at all? Super, let me show you how. Basically, this is what you'll see around town as you go shopping around. In a lot of the full-line places, they'll say, you know, oak dining sets, all wood dining sets, things like that. This is what you're looking at. A lot of times when you go in a place and you ask, is this solid oak? They'll do a couple of different things. The one I really like is where they go like this. And they look underneath and go, well, it's got grain on the bottom. It must be solid oak. You can't tell. They veneer the bottoms. Okay? Or they'll ask you, they'll open it up, do a lot of work for you and show you, and say, you know, I don't see a seam here along the edge. It must be solid oak. You can't tell that away either. The only way to really tell is, and it makes a lot of sense once you've shown how, see how the grain goes like this? And on the edge it does something completely different. Actually, it looks like it's trimmed out in something else. And they will not trim solid oak with solid oak. So the grain goes like this, something different, okay? Now look on the solid oak piece. The grain comes all the way across and it falls down on the waterfall edge. You see I've got open grain here, I've got open grain on the edge. I've got tight grain here, I've got tight grain on the edge. And that's the only way to tell. Don't let anybody tell you any different. So what do you think? All right. Out looking for computer furniture today? Super. This is probably one of the neatest pieces we carry in the computer line. This is what we call a 60-inch computer roll top. Some really neat features. Right here you have the power bar. It has a master switch with all the different switches for your computer pieces in there. How are you doing today? Super. Welcome to New Antiques. I'm out looking for some computer furniture. Let me tell you about this desk. This is our computer roll top. This happens to be our 60-inch version. Many of the roll tops have what we call a power bar in here. They have a master switch, auxiliary, different switches and stuff like that. These also have the surge protectors in there too, so you can protect that. On some models they're here, in some models they're hidden up in here, so you can just reach in there and turn them on. We've also got a pull-out for your keyboard. Here's where your monitor goes, your disk drives. These are also vented in the back, so the heat for your disk drive can go right on out. Right here, you've got, this is built for 5 1/4 inch floppy disks, and you know, that's a lot of disk storage space in there. Up here, you've always got, these are dividers, so you can use it for a regular drawer, or you can take the dividers out and the computer paper will go across here. So you have a drawer to put that in. These are adjustable for all kinds of different things here. A little software space over in here. Now these are our oak craft and oak crest desks, and they have the dovetailing on the sides, which is really a neat feature. All the insides are finished on both sides. Lots of nice interior. They also have a little handy floppy disk storage too. So you can just have the ones you use all the time right there. Down the drawers, we also have what we call the AccuRite glide, so it opens and closes real nice. These are 150-pound tests too. You can really put the weight on it, so it gives you a file drawer you can really use. These are letter and legal adjustable, and they also go across like this, so you can read them from your chair. See how nice that shuts? The carved handles, just a beautiful desk. One really neat feature about this, to keep the kids away, oh, and this over here too. This is the printer drawer. Allows you to put the printer in here. It also has an opening over here so you can feed the paper through. You can store your paper down here. The thing I like about it is, you know, the printers are really loud. You can shut it up and let the printer run for a little bit. You don't have to listen to the thing go like that. Now,
Hey,
these
Jay.
desks will always shut. And when you shut these desks, it locks up the whole desk, so nobody can get to your computer. They're really nice desks. They come in a golden oak, and we also do a traditional oak. Which one do you prefer?
Desk all solid oak, or does it have any particle board in it?
They do have some particle board veneers in them. Basically, it's right here on the top here and up here. But that's the way all desks are made. There isn't a desk in America or anywhere else made any other way. Actually, here it's a plus, because it gives you a harder writing surface and you don't have to worry about cracking or splitting. So, yes, there are veneers in here, but here it's a good thing. Here we go. This is our 3-drawer deluxe file cabinet. Now this is our deluxe because it has the raised panel sides on there, a really neat feature. That will also help it match it with many of the other desks that we have in our line. They all have really nice glides on there. Now these are full extension glides too. So the file comes all the way out. It's not hidden halfway back here. That, you know, you only get half the file use. Now again, like the file drawers in the desk, these are letter and legal adjustable. Okay, so you can do whichever way you want. Many of them have locking drawers. You know, some of the drawers will lock, some won't, so you can, you know, we can try and help you out there and get you a file that'll work for you and meet your needs. The labels up front and the brass handles. Again, the library paneling on the front, so you have a really nice look. Now here, just like the roll tops though, you do have a veneer on top. But the main pieces, these are called the styles. They're completely solid oak. The fronts are solid oak. The drawer fronts are solid oak. So as it is up here and in the back too. So you're protected where you're going to get the nicks and the dings. The veneers never come right out to the edge, so you don't have to worry about many of the problems that you usually get with veneers in other stores.
What sizes do they come in?
We get a 2-drawer, a 3-drawer, and we also do a 4-drawer also. And we do them what we call, this is a deluxe again, we also do an economy, and its main difference is it has a smooth side. Ready? How you doing today? Super, great. This is our 66-inch roll top. Excuse me. This is probably one of the neatest desks going. This is what roll tops are all about. All the neat little drawers, little hidden compartments. You've got a hidden light in here also. Like I said, these are really the granddaddy of all desks. How you doing today? Super. Out looking for roll tops a little bit? Great. This is our 66-inch model here. A really beautiful desk, and this is what roll tops are all about. This is the granddaddy of all desks. You've got all kinds of drawer space, all the little nooks and crannies, you know, the curved drawers and everything. The things that really make roll tops neat. Got a hidden light under here, which is really neat. A really wide writing surface here, so it gives you a lot of room to work, unlike some of the smaller models. Over here, you do have holes on each side that'll bring up the calculators, the telephones, the, you know, lamps, whatever. On the inside here, felt line center drawer, finished oak pencil trays. You've got the carved handles. Over on this edge here, now again on these oak crest models, you have the dovetail construction, which is really neat. These are all nice and finished inside here. Goes all the way down. Letter and legal adjustable file also down here. And again, it reads from the side, not from the front like the file caps do. Makes it a little bit handy. Now, of course, these big roll tops, they come with some of the neat features, the little hidden compartments and stuff. You've got one here, opens up, little neat thing. On this side here, you've got one also, you can reach down there. Really, you know, don't tell everybody these in the store. Don't tell your wife either. Now, of course, with this many drawers, we'll give you enough labels so you can find all your stuff too.
Show them in the drawer.
Oh. And here are all the labels. Every desk comes with them. If you don't see them in the desk, we've got them up front. You can get them for your customers. Now, some of the desks will come with what we call a winged side. It really opens up the desk a little bit. It gives you a bit of a writing surface. Doesn't make it feel so closed in. These are gorgeous desks when they're all closed up. And that's the neat thing about roll tops. You can close them up and hide your mess when company comes over. Get that one down. Bring them all the way down. Now the tamper on these, oh my gosh. Now make sure when you're showing off the tamper on these desks that you show them the canvas on the back. Have them reach under there and feel it. A lot of the desks will have a thin paper on them or a really thin cloth, not even a canvas. All of our desks do have a nice thick canvas on the back, which adds life to the veneer, or the timbre.
Why do you think people buy roll top desks?
Just for the looks.
What else?
They are really neat desks. They make the American home the American home. Everybody has seen them in all the old movies. We watch westerns. They're an American idea, and every male wants one, and they'll just make his home office beautiful. Now, folks, when you're showing this furniture off, make sure you tell them, you know, they've seen this in magazines, they see it on TV every night, all the daytime soaps have it in the background, they see the table and chairs, the Horn & Plenties, the Windsors, the roll tops are in the home office. This is what they're seeing out there, this is where they're getting the ideas, and this is where they're coming in you to find it. New Antiques has all this furniture and everything that they're looking for in that oak style.
What brings you to New Antiques today?
Tables.
Tables, great. We've got tables. Boy, do we have tables. We have solid oak tables. Do you know how to tell solid oak tables? You can always tell your solid oak by watching that beautiful grain run off the edge of the table. If it doesn't do that, it's not a solid oak table. Do you know anything about finishes on tables at all?
Not really.
We put a lot of work into our tables to make a fine table that you'll have for the rest of your life. We decided to make a tabletop finish to go on that table, and we call it the super exclusive bar top finish. And we brag about it by putting the nail polish all over the table, as you probably noticed when you walked in the front door. What is this about, right? Cover your kids' eyes and stuff like that. We put that on there just so we can show you how we get it back off. Okay, now if you want to send your kids over there to the coloring table so they won't see this, it'd be a good idea. This is acetone. If you're familiar with it, you'll know that if you got it on anything at all in your house, it's over. It's deadly. It'll take it right off, no questions asked. While it's sitting on the table here, just to be a little dramatic, let me show you that it will retard mustard, ketchup, ink, boiling water, household ammonia. It won't water spot. If you leave a glass of beer or a glass of milk on overnight, you won't have ruination in your table the next morning. It'll just wipe right off. As a matter of fact, as far as heat goes, I have put fresh-made Mr. Coffee Pot right on the table, forgot about it and got cold. If this was a polyurethane top right now, I'd be making a little mud pie with my fingers. The finish would be gone. Watch me. I don't know about you folks, but I'm from Missouri, and I've got to be shown. The next thing, what do you think of that? Is that the type of finish you'd like to have?
That's
on your
impressive.
table?
That's impressive.
Let me show you a little bit about our construction. Some good tips for you to look for. You see that mechanism there? That's our dual rack of pinion mechanism. That makes for easy opening and closing. You don't have to have mom, pop, the kids, aunts, and uncles tugging on the table to open it up like they used to do in the old days. We did away with the old dowel pins that connected it, the kind you'd find under the radiator in February, wondering where the heck they went. Well, we've done away with that. This keeps your table nice and level all the way across. As you can see, if you look across the floor, as you won't see, the lines in my tables, it look like a solid top, and that's one of the reasons for that. The other thing we do is we back up our top by putting a solid oak base plate. That is the foundation of your table. Under that, we put a solid oak pedestal, built like a barrel, in staves, and then it's turned into big wood lathe. Below that, we put our solid oak leg with a leveler on each one, and that comes in the Empire leg or the ball and claw. Which one would you prefer?
Ball and claw.
Nice choice. Ball and claw is a beautiful leg. Really outstanding look to the table. We also make do a few things on our tables if you'd like to close that. Nice, that closes. These little latches I'm closing here for you hold all the leaves together, make the table a good tight unit. So if you need to move it around the floor, you can. That's important to you. If you've got your table all set up, it's New Year's Eve. Oh, Uncle Melvin's coming over, your 400-pound Uncle Melvin. You forgot that you're going to have to move the table another 2 foot from the wall. Well, you can do it now. It's all together, even though the table's set. Now, one thing I do, I like to show you the bottom of our table. This particular table, and all of our tables, are finished on the bottom. And the reason why we do these little extra things is we want a table that's going to last you the rest of your life. So we finish our tables on the bottom to hold the moisture level in the wood so there's no cracking or warping takes place. We go even further than that. We put the latches on there, we put the leveling clips, and we support your table in the center all the way across. That's important. If anybody trips and falls on the table, or a young child gets up on the table, it's going to support that table and keep that table from cracking. The other thing we do is that we put a super good finish of furniture lacquer all over the table to protect and seal in the wood. Is that the type of table you'd like to have in your home? Yeah.
What is that you have set up over there? What's that?
This is something that we show people. We feel that our best customer is an educated customer. And when you come into our store, we show you what veneers are like and how they disguise them and how they fudge them over to make them look like real wood. Your Starburst table is a table that most people like the looks of, but it is a veneer. We don't take that kind of approach here at New Antiques. We take, if you may, a Germanic approach to making furniture. We want to put all of our time, all of our money, and all of our quality into a table. We're not too much for this kind of stuff. Excuse me. We're not too much for that kind of stuff here at New Antiques. The other way, the other way that they disguise their tables is they put the veneer over the top in a straight pattern. But you can tell when they get down to the edge. See, they haven't been clever enough to figure out how to disguise it yet. And all the grain runs the opposite direction. You can even look at it from the side, and it's sealed in. You can look at it from the bottom, and it's sealed in. From the front. But when you look at the front of it, it comes across, and you don't see that nice end grain in the front. You know that it is veneer. It just seems to me, I don't know, I'm an American, I look at things different. But it just seems to me that if a fellow's going to put all this work into something, why not make it out of solid wood and stop fooling around? Is that the kind of chair you'd like to have in your home?
Tell me about those chairs. Why do you have those chairs up there?
I have these chairs up here to show you folks so that you don't get ripped off.
What do you mean?
Well, We want to show you what's veneer and what isn't. We believe solid wood is the thing to have. Solid wood is what's going to last you the rest of your life. Solid wood's what you're going to be able to hand out to your grandchildren, and they're going to be able to hand down to their grandchildren. The name out front of our store is some people think it's cute, but it's real. These will be new antiques. These will be the antiques of the future. Wood, just like people, have cellular destruction. After a while, they get old and they get brittle, and there's two places for them, the fireplace or the museum. Now, if you want to have good solid wood, you're living at a great time because we can make it for you.
Well, good. We got the table lined out, thinking about a 48-inch. How about chairs? What do you think about it? Let me tell you a little bit about all of our chairs. First of all, they're all completely solid oak, like the table is. The next thing we do is you see the main support bar comes all the way through the bottom of the seat here. It's waxed and wedged, like you do a hammer handle or an axe handle or something, so it won't come back out on you. Lots of support between the legs, and that's always the first thing to go on chairs, right? So you got a lot of support between there. And then here we do something different. A two-part epoxy glue instead of an Elmer's glue or an animal glue or something that'll dry out on you. And then we also combine that with the locking nail here too. Can you see that? You know, the locking nail there, so the glue won't break loose. Now these chairs are sealed underneath, like the table is, to keep out the air moisture and everything like that, so it won't crack or split. Stamped on the bottom, made in America, and they come with a 10-year warranty against cracking and splitting. Have a seat, give it a try. Now this is one of our pattern back chairs. This happens to be an HOP. It's a very beautiful chair with the double pattern and the rope twists and everything on it. Now here we do the hip supports here. It helps take some of the pressure off of this joint here, so it spreads it through the whole seat, which is very important. Now again, just like on the Windsor, the main support bar comes all the way through the bottom of the seat again, and it's wedged and waxed like a hammer handle or an axe handle, so it won't come loose. Again, lots of support between the legs, so it won't break loose or anything, and the two-part epoxy glue, so the Elmer's glue or the animal glue, combined with the locking nails, so it won't break loose. Sealed underneath, cover yourself against cracking and splitting, made in America, and come with a 10-year warranty. Now if you're looking around at different chairs and stuff, as you go around town, one easy test you can do to test the durability of a chair. Now these chairs are very solid when they hit the ground. When you're going into another store, take their chair and line it out like this. This line going through that leg, that's the weakest part on the chair. Put some pressure on it. There's no cracking, no creaking noises or anything like that. I guarantee you if you'll do that with a chair that's lesser quality, an import chair or something like that, the salesman's eyes will light up and he'll come running at you. Don't do that to his chairs. Like I said, these chairs are made in America and they come with a 10-year warranty against cracking and splitting.
I see some of your chairs are about $85 or $80 in that area, and then some of them run up to $160, $70. They're all oak, I guess. How come such a high or a difference in price range?
Well, we've really got, we can suit any price range you're looking for. They're all the same quality of chair. They all come with a 10-year warranty covered against cracking and splitting. Basically, it's styling. On this particular chair here, we've got a nice defined imprint with the rope twist down here. It's a double pattern also, adds a little bit, and the rope twists on the front. On a lot of other chairs, you'll get into some plainer spindles, not as refined press back, not as much work, a shorter chair, Queen Anne legs, a little bit more to do there. There's reasons for it all, and it's just different features on the chair. Now also, this is just a bigger chair, it's a taller chair, it's got more oak in it. It also takes more labor to do the double pattern and all the wood slants in between and everything. It just is more labor, more time consuming.
We just got finished showing you our 48-inch table and the quality that's in that table. And I think try to help you find a chair that you might be interested in. The first one I'd like to show you is our Horn of Plenty double press. And there's a lot of reasons why this chair should be looked at very, 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 very hard, because it is a very beautiful chair. It's got a lot of artwork in it. One of the first things that I've noticed is that when the chair was put together, in order to make a good press back, okay, nice, clean, and sharp, a lot of your foreign-made chairs, they're mottled, they're not very clear. This chair has a strip, it's laminated in the back. It's oak, 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 and it has a thin strip of walnut running through it. Walnut is softer than oak. The plenty chair. This pattern dates back to the 17th century in England, when they used to use this pattern. It's got the medallion in the back, and some of the older families back in Europe used to even have their family crest inside of this little pattern in a piece of porcelain. So this dates back to our heritage. Underneath here, they use hourglass turns with the ball on each end, which is very difficult to accomplish in the machine shop. Also, the twist turns on the side, the twist turns on the bottom. All of these put together make this probably the most artistic, the most beautiful chair I've got on my floor. Along with being strong, stable. Take the beer bottles out from behind it.
Oh, God. And we got you on tape, you know.
This is one of our newest entertainment centers. This has, of course, our pocket doors instead of the old tambour doors on there. You know, those are all rickety open and close. These move very nicely. They're on a bearing glide. They slide back in there so you can open up the entertainment real nice. Now this one's neat because this is the latest one out. This will actually accommodate the larger 30-inch, 31-inch, 32-inch TV monitors. Now down here you also have the pull-out shelf for the turntable, an adjustable shelf down there for the rest of your components and stuff. And here's a really neat thing, tape storage. I mean, you know, they gave you a unit to put your TV and your stereo in. Now you have something to hide all your tapes in instead of all over the top. Now, a lot of times people look at these entertainment centers and they'll say, you know, how deep is this? This one happens to be 22 inches deep. Well, my TV's 24, or my TV's 28 inches deep. That's why they leave the backs open, guys. So the heat will go out, so you can let the back end of the cone of the TV set out there. It'll just open it up a little bit. This is actually much deeper than many of them that they're going to see in other stores, which are 18 inches deep, 16 and a half inches deep. So here they're going to hide more of their TV than usual. Now guys, when they come into your store looking for entertainment centers, make sure you get in their head a little bit, because they come in with some preconceived idea of what they want an entertainment center to do. Whether it's to hold the TV or the stereo or just the stereo or just the TV, as you bring them in, start qualifying them a little bit. Know your catalogs, because we just about make everything there is under the sun for entertainment centers. Basically they're like cars. You can do just about anything with them. Plain glass, no doors, pocket doors, no pocket doors, only 18 inches deep, 22 inches deep, with tape storage, without tape storage. There are all kinds of options with them. What I would do if you're going to be smart about it is know what you have on your floor. Be able to offer that first. When you're showing something, have them sit back a little bit and take a look. What do you like about that? What do you not like about it? Based on their answers, try to show them something in your store that will help accommodate what they're looking for. If you don't have anything though, let's go to the catalogs. Know your catalogs. Be able to show them something in there that will accommodate their needs and get the order. When you're bringing them in and you're going to qualify them, ask them some very quick and simple questions. Do you want to go real long along the wall? Do you want something small? Do you want something tall? How do you want it to look in your home? If they want something tall and skinny, this obviously is the wrong one to show them. Show them the armoire styles with the stereo below. Do they need one for the TV and the stereo? Ask them the price range. These come in all different price ranges, and the options help up the prices and stuff. But if they want to do $399, $499, or $1,000, you know, show them something in there. If you're showing them something like this, and they're thinking of a $399 basic unit, you're blowing it. You're showing them the wrong unit. Take them to something that's going to work for them. Don't be afraid, though, to show them something a little nicer. Once you find out what they're looking for, say, you know, we can take this unit and we can do some glass doors on here. Or if you like, we can also add some pocket doors. Don't be afraid to sell up. They'll love you for it.
Hi folks, how are you? Good. I'd like to show you something about our entertainment systems. We have some beautiful entertainment systems. This one happens to be a side-by-side unit with tape storage. And this one also features pocket doors. Now if you're looking for an entertainment system and you're wanting to put it on a wall where you won't see the cathode tube hanging out of the back, you're going to have to go for a little bit deeper unit. This means you're going to have to buy a little bit more expensive unit. Most of the units that I have that are deep enough for that do have the pocket doors, which are really nice because you can utilize it when you want to see TV. We also have, for a little extra, a tilt or lazy Susan type mechanism that you can use to put your TV on to aim it anywhere you want in your room. The doors are solid oak doors. It's a solid cabinet. It's built on a ball bearing slide. You can see it. It features the real porcelain knobs with the real brass trim. It has a pull-out shelf on the bottom for either top loader VCR, or if you want to put maybe a turntable under there, you can do that too. Underneath you have another door for tape storage, and this is my favorite part. The whole center of the system pulls out for VCR tape storage. And if you've got those little plastic boxes from the Walmart or Kmart, you know what I mean. This is a beautiful addition to any entertainment system. And, oh, by the way, you can also stack cassettes, excuse me. I just blew my whole... Also put CDs in here. You can line those up end to end. You can fit hundreds of them in one of these units. And it tucks away. You don't even know it's there. On the other side here, we have solid leaded glass doors, which are all hand-leaded with the acid S rows. Beautiful addition to any ET. You have a room for a turntable. Now, some of you don't use turntables anymore with the advent of the CD player, but it's good to have, even with some of your other mechanisms, especially some of your top-loading mechanisms. You have shelves that you can put in here. You get additional shelves if you'd like. The bottom is deep enough for records to put records in up on end so that you have plenty of record storage. One of the main things that I like is not only being solid wood, is that it's on rollers, so you can get in the back of it and service your equipment. I wanted to show you the best that I have and start you off at the top because I think you deserve to look at it.
Good. Is that unit all solid oak?
No, it isn't. It does have some veneers in it, as you will in any cabinetry piece. You have a veneer here, veneers on the sides, but all your fronts, all your trim, all your door fronts, and your drawer fronts and everything, even the oak on the bottom is completely solid oak. And again, that's what takes the nicks and the dings and such, so that you're protected there. A lot of units you'll see in Sears and JCPenney's, they bring the veneers all the way out to the end, and that's where you run into your problems. So again, I'm not going to hide it. I'm going to be quite honest with you. It is here, but you know, for 1033, you can't beat it.
But I want a unit that's all solid oak. What am I going to do?
Have you been looking around much at all?
Yes.
And if they've told you you've seen solid oak?
No.
Have they said it's solid oak?
No.
Good. A lot of y'all will go ahead and put plants and things up here and you're worried about water them and the moisture and stuff like that. No problem whatsoever.